Yes, Leann. You no longer have the ability to speak to anyone else. Am I molting? Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here. I was supposed to film this yesterday, but obviously I didn't get a chance, so very happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Today I wanted to sit down, try some new products that I received in my boxes, and figure out if I like some other products mixed in with some products that I think I love. The main things that I want to try and highlight are the new products that I recently received. The Il Makiage High Point Bronzer, Blush, and Highlighter Pro Palette, the Tarte Tarlette Juicy Palette, the Kevyn Aucoin Precision Eyebrow. I want to see how this is going to slice little baby micro hairs into my eyebrows. The TYA Angel Face Powder. I love TYA, so I'm excited to try this one. I do have two lip products, but this I received from beautiful friend Julie from Wygo Warrior. I'm going to link her down below. She sent me this for my birthday, and I am beyond grateful. It is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss. You heard me mention that I hadn't tried this, and she sent me this along with memory cards. Don't even get me started because I'm going to cry. So those are just some of the products, the new things that we're going to be talking about. This is not a video where I'm going to be ranting or chatting or anything. I really want to concentrate on the makeup and how I feel about it. So you've seen this before. This is the Clarins Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. I want to see if this still works as well as it used to. It is thick. It's very similar to the Tarte Smoothing, Line Smoothing. I will put it on the screen. Oh, great, I'm pilling from something else I used. You know, that's the way it always goes, right? I use my Confidence in a Cream. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Now I have to go find something else. The IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream never does that to me, but today I paired it with the JLo, I think it's the Glow Serum. I've used that before. I don't know what combination did it, but I'm not trying it again. Very frustrating. I'm going to use the Prai Platinum Lift and Fur Cream. It was a sample that, unfortunately, I don't remember where I received it. It's very thick, which I don't mind, because I piled on the eye cream today, and no matter how much I put on, they still feel super dry. I'm going to list everything that I used or talked about down below, because sometimes if I put it on the screen, if anyone's listening, they can't tell what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't understand this. I washed my face. Why is everything pilling up on me? That's the only thing I put on. And again, I've used this before. Am I molting? I'm only keeping this stuff in because I'm saying, what am I going to start to do? Shed an entire layer of skin pretty soon? All of these products have worked before. I don't know what to try. I'm afraid to grab anything. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge. I don't know. Hey, now I know my face is extremely clean. I washed it 3 times in 5 minutes. I know that it was not that primer, but I'm just going to not use primer today. We'll just do without. Yeah, see, no pilling. I'm actually going to wait for a second. In the interim, I'm going to use the yensa Pink Lotus Peptide Renew Cream. It's very thick and it is moisturizing, but I don't know if I'm going to have to cut that part out, but I layer cream after cream after cream underneath my eyes. My eyes soak it in, and they still feel dry. So therefore, hello, I've been putting some Aquaphor underneath my eyes, and I just got eye cream in my eye. This happens in my daily life too, but I always hope that when I come on to the internet to film a video, that my ridiculous clumsiness, poor choices self can fade away for like just, you know, the hour that I'm going to film. Kind of drives me super nuts. I don't know if anyone is new, but anyone who is new, possibly, maybe, might think that I am over-exaggerating things. You know, I can guarantee you that this is my ridiculous, clumsy, I don't even know what other word to use, self. So yeah, the Aquaphor makes a little bit more of a longer lasting hydration, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, because I don't have my words today. I just recorded for I don't know how long. And guess what? I didn't hit the record button. I don't know what I was saying. This is the Keys Soul Care. Now this is a little bit too light for me. And I'm going to show you on my face because I also put on the back of my hands, and of course now I'm going to get foundation on my sleeve. I promise you I do not make up my absolute clumsiness. I even tried on the foundation after I mix it on the Beauty Blender Surface Simple, which I also said I think was made for makeup artists, obviously, because it also comes with the spatula that helps to keep everything sanitary. And there goes that brush, so I won't be using that again. Let me show you this color. To me, it's too light. I'm going to try blending it in because the Glowish, even though it's a light medium, is way too dark. That is mostly the Glowish, and I'm just going to show you how dark that is. Of course, now that I mixed in, I'm just going to put this on my face. So you see how dark that is, a light medium. Doesn't make any sense to me. Let's just mix that in with that. I tried a brush before and it all just went into my pores and pilled up, and it was not a good look. I do typically wear, let me put this down because I'm going to wear this literally. I do typically wear a primer on my face, so maybe that is having something to do with it. I'm just going to use this mostly because I don't know what is happening today. Can someone explain what's happening to me today? Because I don't know. I really don't. Okay, this is working a little bit better. Let me turn down the lights a little because there we go. I don't know if it makes a difference. This is working a little bit better. And if it is too light, I will try to add some bronzer all over. On me, at least, it is applying moderately okay without a primer. I can see it sitting in my pores slightly. But again, maybe when I powder it, I don't think I will have that issue. And I really did think that I brought a color corrector for underneath my eyes. Now, they say this is a concealer. I don't think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try it underneath my eyes anyway. I'm going to use my very favorite concealer because I need something to go correctly. As you can see, I've used a ton of it. This is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. Unfortunately, I've looked all over. I cannot find the shade, which is actually kind of annoying because I will rebuy this and I won't know the shade, and that's going to annoy me tremendously. Where I'm going to try the keys is on the outer edge of my eye, which has a lot of darkness, and depending upon what I put there, it actually makes it look, as more dry than actually concealing anything. I'm so glad that I do not claim to do this job professionally, because I would probably get laughed off the internet if I claimed to do that. I try to be the best that I can. I've even had to slow down on taking my makeup artist courses because my time and my energy and everything else is just not working out the way I wanted to. So now, oddly enough, this doesn't even look as perfect as it typically does. Really just must be me today. Let's try the keys ever so slightly on the edge here. I'm going to use a Real Techniques sponge and see how that works. See, I don't think it works as a concealer. It just kind of completely went away, and whatever little fine lines I do have, it sat immediately in the fine lines. Let's try this again, because I don't like that darkness, but I also don't want it to look cakey and draw more attention to it. So I don't know what's worse. I can tell you that that is an amazing concealer. There are other more high-end ones that I've wanted to try, but for a moderately priced, I said because NYX is not cheap, for a moderately priced concealer, I do really think it works well. Now that we have gotten through that disaster, so because I didn't use the Glowish, I typically mix the Glowish not with this, but with a mixing medium, which is white, and maybe that's why I have a better outcome than when I mix the two. And now my mirror won't go on. I don't want to look too crazy, I said, because I do have to go to the supermarket. I don't go near stores for Black Friday. I don't have the money to go Black Friday shopping. I've never ever gone out on Black Friday. Okay, that's going to have to do for the moment. Now I want to use the LYS. Nope, did I say LYS the last time? It's TYS. It's the Angel Face Setting Powder. A super soft sheer setting powder for angel face skin. Maybe mine is in the color Heaven. I'm using a really fluffy Manny MUA brush. Okay, not bad, not bad. This is supposed to have cocoa butter and some skin-loving ingredients. This is pretty good. I know that I do look pale in the viewfinder, but I'm thinking to myself that I may look pretty normal outside of here. I want to try it underneath my eyes. It scares the bejeebies out of me slightly. I'm going to try a little bit underneath my eyes. Not bad. Watch me get in the mirror in the bathroom and be horrified. My lips are really dry and I want to use my Lawless Forget the Filler. Okay, she's looking a little bit dry underneath the eyes. I don't want to blame the powder yet because nothing is working on me today. I want to pull this off to get what's on the bottom, but even with the pliers, I cannot get the little ring off. It's very frustrating. I'm hoping that I'm not going to forget to use my Chantecaille finishing powder because it was too gosh darn expensive for me not to finish it up. Do you know what else I did? I wanted to use this, the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion underneath. Didn't do that. Let's see what other mistakes I can make. I gave this a very, very quick try in the morning the other day, but I can't honestly say that I concentrated on anything. I just wanted to get out the door. I do think that the bronzer was a little bit too light. This is a great foundation brush, bronzer brush. I've had it for years. It's from Ulta, so I know that the brush is good at least. I have to keep looking so that I know I'm in the right spot, but you know what? Let me clean the brush because it's not clean. Okay, the brush is clean now. Let me try it on the other side so you can see maybe if that had anything to do with it. Again, I'm like an owl. I turn my head all the way around. Is that an owl or the Exorcist? I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think it is slightly different because I had something else on this side. I'll just smooth that out. I don't, you know, maybe I'm just used to seeing such a stark difference in my bronzer that is the issue. This is definitely a bronzer color and not a contour. I think from where I'm looking in the mirror, maybe not so much in the viewfinder, but it looks okay. It's just much more subtle. I think subtle was the word that I was looking for. I also haven't been liking lately, no matter how much I try to blend some other bronzers down here, I always wind up with a harsh line between my face and my bronzer. And I blend and blend and blend, but maybe I'm just not having the time to blend as much as I want to in the morning. This is a Barbie pink blush, but I don't think it comes off that way. I need to do this. I have no idea why I close my eyes when I apply blush or other things. Makes no sense to me. Okay. Alright, not bad, not bad. I typically save my highlighter to the end, but you know, when you don't trust yourself because you forget everything, like I'm just about to forget my finishing powder. So I'm actually going to put the highlight on now. The one thing I don't like is that they put two different highlighters. I think it could have been much more useful to put maybe a different color blush in here, or maybe a contour color. The two pans look like different textures, and I know I swatched them in the original video. They sort of feel the same. Do they show up? Yeah, they show up slightly different. I think today I'm going to use the domed one. See, now when I look in the mirror, I still see a line. I'm hoping, hello, with the finishing powder that it's going to be better. I think I like it. You know, I do like this finishing powder, but my favorite, my absolute favorite is the Dim Light. I think that's which one it is, from Hourglass. Do I think this is worth the money? Not a snowball's chance. I also wanted to use one of my favorite products, the Dior, the Backstage Glow. Ugh, how annoyingly frustrating. I want to do this subtle one. This definitely is just a subtle glow that I absolutely love. This was a gift from my friend Clara. I'm looking for what other products I forgot. Okay, let's get into this Tartelette Juicy palette. Very pretty, neutral color story with some darker colors that I like. I like a little contrast in my palette. I should say they're contrasty for me. I can't speak to anyone else. I mean, I can speak to anyone else. I can't speak for anyone else. Yes, Leann. You no longer have the ability to speak to anyone else. These have names. They are white on light pink packaging. If anyone, maybe besides a 7-year-old child, could read that contrast, please let me know. I'm going to use that all over. I do like the way Tarte eyeshadows apply. And you know, when I smile, this does look a little bit dry. But again, I don't know what the issue could be. I'm trying to decide whether I want to use this lighter color for basically a transition, or I want to use this one here. Again, this has more of the peach undertones, where I think this has more of the pink undertones. Shouldn't be this difficult. I'm going to use this more pinkier tone. Why the heck not? You know, it's pretty good. It's pigmented, but it's not so pigmented that it's going to get stuck, if you know what I mean. And it doesn't create a harsh line. But the scents just, they get me every time. So I was trying to pull this out to uplift the eyes and to not accentuate my hood. But again, I have to be cautious about how much I do it. These days, as I get older, if I want to have an eyeshadow look that's even moderately intricate, I have to take so much time. And if I'm just sitting around here having fun, I have the time. But as many of you know, if you're going to work every day, you can't sit there like I used to when I didn't have the aging and get out the door quick enough. Now remember, aging is a blessing. It is a privilege because not everybody gets to. And look at this. This is the Ipsy. Was the Ipsy collection from like the Tetris palette. Still a really nice brush. I want to take the lighter chocolate brown here because I think if I use the darker one right away, it's going to be too much. No fallout. It didn't go on as deeply as I would like it to. See, I think for a daytime look, it is pretty. Do I want to get adventurous and like go a little bit more? Sure, why not? I'm going to take a thicker brush. I'm stamping this onto my eyelid. Oh, and this isn't a tutorial. This is a let's try different techniques and see how they work for me. And maybe, just maybe, they might work on you. I do not like when people, first of all, they're always doing this and I can't stand it. Nor can I stand this. It makes me angry. Doing that myself made me angry. I have the inability to not chat. I give up. I'm going to try this. Okay, with the brush it goes on very lightly and I'm not upset at that because sometimes you don't want intensity. It could also be the brush. Let me try a different brush. This is a Moda. Let's see. The brush isn't picking it up a lot, but again, if I were just to wear this to work quickly, I wouldn't mind that. Of course, your finger does make it a little bit more intense, and I'm going to actually put this all over my lid because it's not as dark as I thought it might be. See, that's subtle enough for me if I just wanted, well, something subtle. And I think the color blends nicely with the darker browns that I used on the edge. Again, there's not a harsh contrast. Are you going to be a mistake? This gold is much more intense. which is why I'm subtly tapping it in. This peachy metallic shimmer. It is very hard for me to use even my pinky in my inner corner because I wind up getting it too far. Second application of this is nice. I'm going to use the baby brush again and use that lightest shimmer. This one looks like it has a little bit more sparkle. It's just subtle enough. This very light tan. It's doing exactly what I don't want it to do. Now I need a clean brush. I was hoping this would be contrasting enough. Alas, it wasn't, and that's okay. Let's do some eyeliner. I am not going to even attempt to use a liquid eyeliner because I may possibly throw it across the room. I have my Wayne Goss pencil, obviously in black. I do like this, and I need to use this. I don't pull on my eye, but at least I hold it steady. This does go on beautifully in the waterline. There is absolutely no struggle, and it's something that I really happen to like. I'm using my Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes Intense. This used to be my go-to on a regular basis. And the only reason that I haven't grabbed for it every single day is because obviously I have so many others. And I do need to smudge this a little bit. One might ask, why, pray tell, am I going to torture myself with the brow product? Because I want to know if it's actually supposed to work, if it's going to work, or if I should, again, throw it across the room. Let's find out. Oh, did I remind you what this is? It is from the Kevyn Aucoin Precision Brow Pencil. I could see it being as such because it has a beautifully fine point, which is what I prefer. Okay, wait. Why is it not slicing my eyebrow? Now, it's not like my box or this product was cold because it had been sitting in my house for like 5 days. I have a rogue eyebrow hair here that just will not behave.
You know darn well I can't play without a guitar string.
I have my father's eyebrows. They used to grow in every direction. The color is fantastic. Why? Why is it like working? I'm actually thrilled now. It actually goes along with the weirdness of this entire video. Who else despises doing their brows? It takes me so long to get them even moderately acceptable, and most of the time I'm not thrilled. I would consider this on the moderately acceptable side. This thing, I have done this with no makeup on, and it gives you those, especially with mine, like they stand straight up, and on me I think it looks absolutely ridiculous. And I don't want to try it with makeup on, but I want to do like a little, see how thick it is? Now what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to put it on, and then you use this, and basically you pat it down, and then you brush it. I'm telling you, it stands your eyebrows straight up. So, you know, if you want to trim your eyebrows at some point, this will work beautifully. I don't want to futz with this today. I'm going to put a little bit on this side. I can't figure TikTok out. I have tried so hard to like get a proper TikTok. First of all, how do people do their makeup in their phone and see what they're actually doing? I cannot figure that out. I can talk into my camera, but doing makeup? Somebody tell me the secret of how to do it. Okay, so now I have all of this gloppy. I'm going to put that away now. Closed my eyes and sprayed my face. I don't know which eyeliner did it, but now I have to try to fix this. You're not surprised though, right? You can't possibly be surprised that this would happen. Which one did it is the question though. I'm really not going to do much with my lips. You know that's typical for me. Thank you so much, Julie, for this. This is Coconuts About You. It almost has Not quite a minty scent. It kind of tastes good. It's super comfortable. This is something I would throw on all day long over and over again. Now, just for the heck of it, I should have put this on first actually. Let me blot and then I'll put this on. Now this is the LYS in Sincere. That's the color. These go on beautifully. Oh, I forgot my mascara. This is the Touch in Soul Stretch Lash Effect Mascara, of course, in black. This has been sitting in my arsenal for a while, and I want to try it. And this is actually beautiful. It's green fluorescent. Oh, that's interesting. It is a very thin, curved. They feel like a combination of the spiky plastic and the natural bristles. Bristles, yeah. Now, I've gone over this a few times. What do they consider one coat? Is one coat like just hitting it one time? It definitely makes them long, or should I say accentuates the length of your lashes. It doesn't necessarily thicken them up. It depends upon what look I'm going for. Goes very nicely on the bottom. The only thing is this is definitely not just one swipe and it does what you want it to. I have to go over a few times. There are some mascaras that just once and it does it, you know? Not necessarily a bad thing. For example, sometimes those mascaras will clump. This side I think went on better than this side. Don't like doing another coat once it dries down because to me it just feels weird and doesn't really do anything. Let me see if I can get this off my brow bone. Okay, so this is the finished look. This is the perfect lipstick for me because I don't like anything too dark because these lips ain't it. Let's talk about some of the products. Let's go backwards, shall we? I will definitely use this mascara again. Length, but not that you can't see my lashes. This I tried and loved on camera. Will continue to use this, the LYS Beauty. Do you know what I didn't try? The Thread Beauty. I have nothing left to say. This is beautiful, a yummy gloss. It's actually called Yummy Gloss. We'll keep this in my purse. This I actually like. Honestly, would I pay the $72 for it? No. I love the packaging. I like the products. I like the way they applied. Some people may pay it, and I'm not judging them, just me personally. Maybe because I couldn't, but I just don't think it's worth. I know these components are expensive, but I struggle with that $72 price tag. This TYA Angel Face Powder, and again, I think I have mine in the color Heaven. I like it. Did a beautiful job. Doesn't look cakey. When I sprayed my face, aside from, you know, having my eyeliner run, I liked it. I will totally use it again. I had no doubt that I was going to like this palette. I did struggle just because of me with how dark I wanted to go on the edge. Some of the shimmers do go on lightly. These, I think you're going to get a more subtle look. Although I didn't try this raspberry color, it goes on with some pigment, but it's not, oh, the scent, it's not over the top. So that's what you have to keep in mind when you're using this. The most surprising product of the day, the award winner, is this Kevyn Aucoin brow product, the Precise Brow. I am so shocked by this, the color, and I think if I took more time, I could even get a better result. I do not understand how it went from leaving marks on my hands to performing on my brows, and I will continue to use this. I would put this up there just as of right now with my ABH and the Precisely My Brow from Benefit. This is most certainly too dark because I do remember if I wear this just by itself, not only does it start out dark, but by the end of the day, I have such a distinction between my neck and my face that it looks terrible. I will continue to try to play with this to figure out the right ratio of how much to lighten it. And I think that's it. I probably forgot, you know, a product or two because me. But overall, this was fun. I'm pretty happy with my look. If I leave a pinned comment that once I go into the bathroom and look that I screamed in horror, I'll definitely let you know that. But for right now, I'm happy. I want to thank you guys so very much for just sitting down, me trying not to chat. You notice it wasn't completely successful. I try my best. But you're all amazingly wonderful people. I'm so grateful for you, and I will see you really soon in my next one. Bye. Sparkly color.